Hello friends, this is Smitha from the blog Smiling Colors and thank you for stopping by today. In today's video, I'm coloring a mandala design from this adult coloring book. Now there is no right or wrong way to color such a page. It's all about having fun and enjoying the coloring process. I'm going to show you why I like these Irojiten pencils and talk a little bit about how they're unique along the way of this video. I'm starting with a pale pink here and I'm filling in a few areas with this color. I'm not the kind of person who colors carefully within the lines. I just like to add color quickly. I enjoy coloring and it's my relaxation for the day, but I'm also a mom and that means that my coloring time is not unlimited. You can be sure of that. So what I like to do is first put down a lot of color on the page, not caring about shading or adding depth. I like to cover a large area like this leaf-like pattern here with a base color. This is a greenish yellow and I know I'm coloring over these tiny circles and an outline, but for now I'm not paying attention to those. I'm just adding in my first color. I will come back to this later and add highlights, but to start with I like to color block my image so that I know what area might end up with what color. Now this pink, you guys, this is my favorite color. It's from the fluorescent set and it is neon bright and reminds me of cotton candy. I always reach for this pink when I use the set of colors. To contrast the pink, I thought this light blue would look nice, and again I'm coloring quickly, not caring much for the outlines or the little circles within the pattern. I will get back to those later. Now at this point I can see that this mandala is starting to have a pale color palette, so I'm filling in areas with an even lighter blue. For larger areas like the center circle, I tend to use a lighter touch and I don't press the pencil down on the paper too heavily, but instead go over the entire area with this light touch multiple times. Okay, now back to those leaves. I'm not even sure if those are supposed to be leaves. Let's just call them leaves for this video. So I'm using a navy blue pencil to color in those 3 small circles in each leaf. The blue shows up so nicely even though the light green is already there on the paper. I love layering colors on top of each other. This way I can color the first layer quickly, not paying too much attention to the lines, and then go in for the details with the darker color. This navy blue is so pretty, it won my heart, and so I'm adding it as a highlight in many more areas of the page. You can see immediately how the same blue looks different in areas where it isn't laying on top of the green. This is because these pencils are so awesome, they lay transparent on top of each other beautifully to create new shades of color. I'm coloring in some of those small circles here now, and the same blue pencil looks different on top of the light blue. To finish off the leaves, I'm using a tealish blue that happens to be the perfect mid shade between the navy blue and the green I used earlier. I'm adding a few touches of that color to each leaf and then in between the blue circles as well. Again, you can see how these colors layer on top of each other so nicely without any waxy buildup. For the tiny scallop border, I'm reaching for the neon pink again, and the color pencils have a really hard lead, so I found it really easy to color even such a narrow area. I continue to color the rest of the design in the same manner. In the description box below, I will leave a list of colors I used for the coloring in the video today. And finally, before I call it done, I'm using the blender pen from the jewel brush marker set to go over all the areas that have more than one color. Just a quick touch of the blender pen to lightly blend in all of the major colors. Here is a look at the finished page. I enjoy these pencils, and if you have any questions about them, leave a comment below and I'll try to answer them. If you are a colorist, you might also enjoy another video of mine in which I color an adult coloring page from start to finish using a mix of markers and color pencils. click here to see that one. As always, more information can be found on my website, and thank you so much for spending some coloring time with me today, friends. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave a comment below for me. Happy coloring!